We're going to do 2 pastas tonight, carb load the frick out of everyone. We're going to do a carbonara, which this is not. And then we're also going to just do a really simple tomato, garlic, onion, sausage sauce. Really quick. Throw in some pasta. You'll see it all come together. This is a meal that, you know, doesn't take long to do, that you can make ahead of time, that effectively, if you do it right, cooks up in the same time it takes to cook up your pasta. Starting to get kind of foamy, those bubbles. It's going to get even more foamy. Keep on watching this. This is really nice.
Excellent work.
Any taste for all those athletes who just want plain water in their drink mix?
Okay.
We made this for the really high maintenance athletes like Mo Wilson, who are never satisfied.
I'm not picky.
Padding.
Yeah, the padding is nice.
Right? Holy cow, you have little hands.
Yeah, tiny hands. Tiny hands and pretty small feet, too. For how, well, not really that small.
This is the
Yeah.
right saddle. The Mimic is so forgiving. It's
Yeah, I
so
do like,
nice.
I've liked the Mimics too. I just put this on like last week after I got my retool fit. And I really like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
I really,
isn't
really
it?
like it.
Well,
I'm not that hungry.
okay.
There's other snacks too.
Okay, see ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
How long are you going to be out for?
Not that long. Alright, can you close this gate?
Yeah, do you want me to lock it?
No, you don't need to lock it.
It's fattier. It's got a rounder taste.
But it's very similar to bacon.
Yeah, it's like yeah, exactly. It's really similar to bacon. Perfect. So that's your base, right?
Yeah.
That's your egg yolk, your pecorino, your pepper. You can put a tiny bit of olive oil in that if you want. And what's going to happen? And then we're going to actually put this bowl over that steam and mix and cook. Right? So that it just creates a nice delicate cream. We'll take some pasta water, throw it in there. We'll mix in the guanciale, cut up some basil, boom, done. Look into it. This is pasta number 1 tonight. Jeez Louise.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
There's never a wrong time for bubbles. Always remember.
Cheers, Ian. Oh, this is good.
Bottles are going to have about 45 grams of carb,
Okay.
right? So that would be pretty good. And then I'm going to do 1 start bottle, full 400 calories.
Sip on.
Yeah, that you can just sip on at the start. You don't have to drink the whole thing. And then I would probably also do another one that you just have in a pocket, because that's just a good like emergency source of food. And if you lose a bottle or whatever, you just have this kind of high cal bottle that's always there. Because then what can happen is if you're at the feed zones, you can just get normal mix, but you always have some security,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay.
So 4 bottles. Are you going to go through all 4 bottles in the race tomorrow?
Well, the first one will be just to sip on at the start.
Yeah, that'll be a throwaway, and we'll pick that up for you.
And then definitely the 2 others. I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll stop at the second. I don't think I'll need to stop at the first. Well, maybe I'll stop at the first. Probably won't need to.
Now you have food. I want to buy champagne for everyone.
That's
Practice and then
Yeah. And then I'm going to retire and just
he went and
lift weights. Exactly.
Okay, so like an ML is
Yeah,
good, I think.
probably, right?
We've got yellow,
You have some right here, right? Oh, you got
whites.
Use your number, keep it flat on the bar. Use the lunch ticket.
Okay.
Zip ties Uber right back there.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Yeah, you can take as many as you like.
Hey, Brennan Wertz, W-E-R-T-Z. Kind of see how it goes. I think it's looking pretty still. Not a whole lot of wind. Last year the wind was a big factor. It can get really windy out here, so just kind of keep the eyes open and try to be aware of what's happening with the wind. But there's a really strong field, so just kind of keeping my eyes open and seeing who's out there, who's being aggressive, and just kind of see who's going to try to take it on early.
I don't think we need vests, honestly. Like once we get going. Yeah, you're not.
They are painful, they are rugged, they are unknown, and most above all, they are fun.
This is my first time doing this.
Okay.
We're trying to engineer a way to put my number on because there's no way this is going to
They
go.
only scan it from front, so if you're at the
It
back,
doesn't fit
shouldn't
on a
get-
tiny bike.
There's always lots of question marks to the Grasshopper, but that's what's fun about it. So, I don't know. Been up in Canada. It's only going to get warm. Busy month, but excited to, get out with the group and have some fun today.
So this is a hot day for you then.
hot
You're in
day?
short sleeves and
Yeah,
shorts.
it's pretty nice in the sun right now. Warmer than I thought, so.
Nice.
Nice.
And this is your setup, going with a mostly
what I
road?
got, yeah.
Okay. Looks like everyone's going with a lot of skinnier tire setups.
That's what I've got, so that's what I run.
This is all I have.
Exactly.
It's one of those, like, there's no good tire or setup. You just commit to either gravel or road and you run with it because there's both, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's the new section at the end.
There is
Yes.
no
Pretty-
such thing as bad setup.
There's a pretty sandier section at the end from my
Oh yeah, I
understanding.
know, I wrote a little bit of that.
What kinds of tires?
All kinds of tires today, different pressures.
That's right. We're very inclusive when it comes to tires.
I love it.
Brian Co. Yes, we will. What do you think? We're all good. A little hard.
Thank you so much for coming today, being a part of this amazingly beautiful day, and for all your donations that go to Adventure Therapy to help families impacted by cancer. So have a wonderful ride. We'll see you out there.
And then take a right onto McDermott, and then we're off of this one road, and it's about 700 miles or so until the gravel. 2, 1, go.
Sorry. Go, go, go!
This is the pro men and women who are rolling out only. Pro men and women rolling out.
All right, Bruno. There we go, Flavia. Let's go, Mo. go, Mo. They're sitting up back there. They're not working together. They're just sitting up 2 by 2. Yeah, guys, you got it. About 3 minutes ahead. 3 minutes. Good job, guys. They're right there. They're like 40 seconds ahead of you.
How many?
40. Come on, Mo! Go, Flavia! All right, Mo, you gotta have a big lead over Flavia. She's not gonna catch you. She's all by herself. You got this. Good job, guys.
Caught by Flavia either.
Good job, guys. You're almost home. You got this.
Oh, here we go, yeah. Oh! Oh, Brennan! Oh, Sandy! Oh.
Job. So it was it a sprint?
Yeah.
Between.
Yeah, I tried my absolute hardest to make sure it wasn't a sprint, but he wouldn't let me do that.
So you guys are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Congrats. That's awesome. So did you separate on the descent from the rest of the leaders?
No, it was the first climb. It went down to the 4 of us. Alex,
What happened to your tires?
Smashed on her off.
Matt over here.
Okay.
And then Matt dropped on the road section, and then Alex flatted on the descent, so we got to the bottom of the descent, and then it was just sand.
No, they just maxed.
Okay.
We didn't see him flat.
That's a solid amount of
Right.
But then it was
No
sand.
need. At that point, you can't sit up.
Yeah. And then Sandy and I were rotating pretty well through the kind of rolling section off the descent, and then right at the end, tried my first attack, and he was right there. And then gave it a couple more tries. 3 or 4 more attacks. Enough. I was ready for them to stop. But he was on every single one. And then it just came down to a sprint here at the end.
Yeah, Mo!
It was so bumpy. Thank you, you too. It was fun to work with you. Whew.
Nice job.
Thanks. That was fun.
Did you lose her on the descent?
The climb. I don't know where on the
Oh, you
climb.
attacked her there?
Yeah, I dropped her there and then
I never saw her after that. You said that she was by herself. I don't know. I was worried that she wasn't. I kept seeing some people on the road once we hit the pavement behind us, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's Flavia.
Always ride like she's right on you, but
better hammer, and I like rode pretty hard until the very end. I love the Huffmaster climb.
Yeah.
It's so nice. It's so consistent, and it's not that long.
Yeah.
It's like not as long as you think it is.
Yeah, you put a lot of time on her in a short period on that.
Really?
That was awesome racing with you.
Yeah.
What? I wasn't even having a good day. I'm super surprised.
I was glad to that we got to ride together.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
How was your day?
I was like chicken shit on the descent.
I know. I kind of was like, oh man, like I think I definitely have an advantage over Flavia on the descent.
It's okay. I had to play to my strength, you know. Like, what was I going to do? I'm not an off-road person, so like I wanted to see their lines, but you know what? I'm like, no, you go ahead. You know what I mean? Like, trying. But, like, my legs, it's like, how do they go this fast downhill? Like, I feel like I'm just drifting left and right.
There were definitely a couple corners where I was like, oh my god, I'm about to go off. I'm about to skid and just like totally slide out. We got to the road going to
sidewall tear. I put a couple plugs in it.
oh man,
It was fun.
she spent the rest of the time just head down chasing.
I was like working with these like 20-year-olds, you know.
It's awesome.
That group got me. It was awesome. Tried to go hard, you know.
Yeah.
Went hard up the climb. We'll see how.
Did you catch any of the people sort of getting dropped on the first
good
climb?
job, buddy. Yeah, we caught a bunch of the P12s, but you know, there was no catch in the front, so I was just trying to get a good day in at that point.
Yeah.
See if I could still go fast up the climb.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Folks, but I was basically on my own the whole stretch there. There's like no one behind.
Yeah, that's
so
how we
like
all
that
were.
entire stretch.
We gapped the like other groups.
Oh yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so literally the entire way to the climb I had no one.
Yeah.
And then really like past 8, like it wasn't until the downhill that I actually got a group. Like to the bottom.
The first climb?
Like the first climb, the first downhill, then the next climb, and then the downhill.
Oh,
it was like not till that flat part that I had a group.
Thank God you got a group.
I was alone the whole, yeah.
I was alone that whole valley.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah, the valley was where I finally got a group.
I was by
and
myself.
And I started catching folks like the last climb.
1999? Okay. You have a trackball? Okay.
It's always been about trying to start with fun and with a higher ethos of competition and the adventure and exploration and the shredding. Like, it's not just cliche. Like, that's my motto for all this stuff. You know, ever since the start, you know, of doing this in NorCal, we've had some real big hitters, you know, back in the late 80s and into the late 90s when we did this. And we've had a great overlap of people who race cyclocross, people who race mountain bikes, and people who race road bikes. And we would just trade bikes per season, you know, as opposed to changing the sport. So all along, my goal was to have a series that went for 6 months, and people had to be the best on mountain bike. Cross, then there was no such thing as gravel riding a road bike, and this was in '98. And it was an equal footing, you know. It wasn't about making a buck. It was about having a great experience. And then when some of the top pros started to show up, it was like they were just equal with everyone else, and I think they appreciated that. It was a non-sanctioned race, so the pros, you know, like Peter Stetina and Levi and Lawrence Tendam, and then people from Bissell, they'd come out, and Jeff Kabush and Max Blackston, they'd come down from Canada to train, and so they're like, here's this hard training one, and you know, it just evolved. It's gotten bigger, but I think the feel of seeing your friends and family that feels the same to me. Arms in the air when they get up there. You have to do box jumps, Mo. All right, arms in the air. Congrats, ladies. Nice ride. 8-foot signs that shows the amount there, but it's enough to take care of them for a little bit. You guys, arms in the air. Congratulations, the Pro Men's Field Huffmaster 2022.
Hey guys, Just finished the Huffmaster Grasshopper series event. And it's my first time, but it's definitely not the last. This event is so much fun. It's got all the competitive spirit of basically some of the biggest gravel events in the United States, but at the same time, it's got a totally laid back, small town vibe, which you just aren't seeing at gravel races much anymore. This is one of them that's been around forever. It's been around since the late 90s, and it's something that I want to come back to. It is so beautiful. The competition is so fierce, and while I know some of the bigger gravel events get a lot of the attention, this one is quietly becoming a very prominent race because more and more people are showing up and they're making it a full-on event. It's still early in the year. It's February technically, but this is something that you need to mark your calendar for, so definitely go on and check it out.